fairgrounds for 4 days only. The one, the only Colonel Buffalo Bill. Who's got the stuff that made the Wild West wild? Who pleases every woman, man, and child? Who does his best to give the customers the thrill? Colonel Buffalo Bill. Who's got the show that gets the most applause? 500 Indians and 50 squaws. 10 feature acts and there's a special feature still. Colonel Buffalo Bill.
Did you ever see a cowboy rope a steer? No, or an Indian with feathers throw a spear? No, or a marksman shoot an earring from an ear? No,
did you ever see a holdup?
No, sir.
Then gather closer and let me give you some of the atmosphere.
The hour is midnight and all is still. We see a stagecoach climbing up a hill, going along a mountain trail, carrying passengers and mail, never suspecting danger as they roll along.
The watchful driver is in his seat, lying at his feet.
Passengers inside seem to be dozing as they ride, never suspecting there is something really wrong.
Suddenly there's a shout.
What is it all about?
What is it all about, you ask? It's Indian.
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 Very notable, cut-your-throatable Indian.
Indian.
Just when they're taking everyone by force, who makes an entrance on a big white horse? Who starts to shoot until there's no one left to kill? No, Colonel Buffalo Bill. Certainly this is quite a thrill, better than all the vaudeville. Let us be on the go and see the show with Buffalo Bill.
Right this way, folks, right this way.
You folks head down to the box office now, you hear? Right down to the box office. The lawn's a little small for a shooting match. The folks can sit up around the veranda, Mac.
Where do you want Butler's guns?
Leave them there for a while. And George, take Mr. Butler's luggage into the hotel, please. Are those the traps?
Yep.
Everything all right?
Yep.
All right, then put them up behind the hedge, please.
What in the hell are you doing to my hotel? What are all these cases for? Who in the Sam hell are you?
Well, I'm Charlie Davenport, Buffalo Bill's manager, and I'm here to arrange a shooting match, and I haven't time to talk to you right now. Excuse me, can you put those cases on the porch?
What shooting match?
Oh, Frank Butler and your local shop. We do this in every town. Porch! Let's go! And, you see signs, we need them up on the trees, and the little house over there? Yes, thank you.
This is my hotel and my lawn, and you're not holding no match on it. Nobody even asked me, and this is my hotel, damn it.
It's gonna be a great day for you. We're gonna take 10 of your rooms.
10 of my rooms for a whole bunch of cowboys and Indians?
No, the headline is the Indians will sleep in the lobby.
Now let me tell you something, mister. I don't want no actors. I just had Pawnee Bill and his fiery show here. They chase women up and down the stairs on horseback. It ain't gonna happen to me again. Now take your stuff and get out of here.
Wait a minute. I'll rent it from you. $100 for the afternoon.
No.
Will you take $50 in cash or 2 squaws?
No, no.
Will you take 50 squaws or $2 in cash?
No, no, no.
Jeez.
Hey, girls, isn't that Frank Butler over there?
Who else? Who's always in good humor.
Sure.
Hi, folks.
Hi, Frank.
Looks a little small for a shooting contest.
Don't like it?
Not much.
That's fine. You haven't got it.
Who said so?
Wilson, the proprietor.
I'll throw a saddle over his back. Mr. Wilson.
Yes?
I'd like to talk to you, sir. Didn't you mention my name?
Well, yes.
Well?
Well, he stood up under us.
You still here?
Look, Mr. Wilson, I'm going to give you a chance to win $100.
Oh, you are?
Every town we play.
Mr. Butler challenges the local champion to a shooting match.
Who are you?
Charlie Tate, Mr. Butler's assistant. I hand him his guns and he shoots things out of my mouth.
You don't shoot enough out of your mouth.
Here's the idea, Mr. Wilson. You get your local man, let us meet here, and I'll give you a side bet of $100.
Against one small room for my sister Dolly.
What do you take me for? There's nobody around this country as good as you think you are.
But what can you lose?
Soap, spoons, bath mats, salt cellars. I've had show people here before. No, no, no. Now clear these crates off the porch now.
All right. Hey, Mac, you see those crates?
Yep.
Leave him there.
Doll, why don't you go inside and see what you can do? He's a bachelor. He may be lonesome.
Lonesome? I'll tackle him.
I don't think he's that lonesome.
I'm honored, I'm flattered, this greeting really mattered. This welcome is grand, but I'm really concerned. I like your attention, but first I have to mention you're playing with fire and you're apt to get burned. There's a girl in Tennessee, sorry she met up with me. Can't go back to Tennessee, I'm a bad, bad man. There's a girl in Omaha, but I ran faster than her pa. Can't go back to Omaha, I'm a bad, bad man. There's a girl in Wyoming, and a comb in Wyoming, to find that man in white who was out with her that night. There's a girl in Arkansas, brother is her brother-in-law. Can't go back to Arkansas, I'm a bad, bad man.
Are making too much fuss, we don't give a tinker's fuss. We cannot get each of us with a bad, bad man. We dancing up and down, yeah, the show has just left town. And the one who played the clown was a bad, bad man.
Unenlightened but frightened, though my interest you've heightened, it might turn out to be that you're much too much for me. So I'll go back to my tent someday when you're old and bent. Think of hours you might have spent with a bad, bad man.
And so are you, Mr. Wilson. I'll thank you to give me that bird.
What for? It's mine. I shot it.
You shot it right off my hat.
I did? How'd it get up there?
I sewed it up there.
What for? Ain't no good. There ain't no meat on it.
It's not an eating bird, it's a wearing bird.
Well, all right, Mrs. Around these parts, you're gonna have to keep sewing it on, because folks will keep shooting it off.
Oh, look what you've done. You've ruined it.
Sure looks, Pete. Here, have one of mine.
Oh, get away from me with that filthy thing, you nasty ragamuffin.
She ain't filthy. She looks better than you do, and she's got a bullet through her head.
I thought I put you off the grounds.
Look out for that girl. She's dangerous, and she's got a gun.
Is it loaded?
Yes, sir, it is, but I can empty it right quick. I wouldn't really shoot her. Say, fella down the road a piece told me this here's what you call a boarding hotel.
What if it is?
Maybe you and me can do some trading?
Trading? What do you got to trade?
Quails, wild ducks, grouses.
Nah, I can get all the game I want.
Sure, when folks eat the game you get, they'll be spinning buckshot all over your kitchen floor. Teeth sometimes, too. Mine's different. Come on out now. The man won't chase you. My kid sister and little brother ain't used to people yet. Never been out of Dock County before. Come on. Look a little dusty, don't they? We're in business together. I pop them, she plucks them, packs them, and pulls them.
What's the little boy do?
Little Jake, he's my bird dog. Little Jake, stop your sniffing. What do you got a sleeve for? Show the gent one of them roosters. Look it over, mister. Look it over real careful. See, no buckshot in that bird. One little hole in the head.
Mighty pretty shooting.
Mighty pretty eating, too. For every one I get, you give me 2 nickels and a dime.
Can't hurt to try 'em. I'll take 2 dozen.
How many is that?
24.
Who do you know can count up to 24?
I can count to 20.
I can only give you 20.
All right, then. Leave the bill with them.
What's a bill?
A bill's a voucher. Don't you keep books? Don't any of you know how to read or write?
We don't read as good as everybody.
We don't read as good as anybody. Folks are dumb where I come from, they ain't had any learning. Still we're happy as can be, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Folks like us could never fuss with schools and books and learning. Still we've gone from A to Z, doing what comes naturally.
comes naturally.
You don't have to know how to read or write when you're out with the fella in the pale moonlight. You don't have to look in a book to find what he thinks of the moon and what is on his mind. That comes naturally.
That comes naturally.
My uncle out in Texas can't even write his name. He signs his checks with X's. They cash them all the same. If you saw my pa and ma, you'd know they had no learning. Still they raised a family, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Uncle Jed has never read an almanac on drinking. Still he's always on a spree, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
You don't have to go to a private school not to pick up a penny near a stubborn mule. You don't have to have a professor's dome not to go for the honey when the bee's at home. That comes naturally.
That comes naturally.
My tiny baby brother, who's never read a book, knows one sex from the other. All he had to do was look. Grandpa Bill lives on the hill with someone he just married. There he is at 93, doing what comes naturally. Doing what comes naturally. Take them birds back to the kitchen. See, I've been shooting since I was 10.
Fancy shooting?
Fancy shucks, I could shoot the fuzz off a peach. I could shoot the water off Grandpappy's nose. Most of the time, I don't even aim. See that bell over there?
Yeah? Whoa, holy jumping Jehoshaphat, that's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
That was nothing. Throw your specs up in the air.
No, I believe you. Say, how would you like to make $5?
What for?
Well, there's this big swollen-headed stiff hair from the Wild West show.
I don't shoot people.
No, he challenges anyone in the county to a shooting match.
Well, what is he? I could shoot anything he could hit. I could do it on my head singing Oh Susanna.
All right, I'll put you up against him, but you don't get nothing if you lose.
I won't lose.
You stay here. I'll go tell the manager I got a match for him. What's your name?
Annie Oakley.
Andy Oakley.
Come on, Grandma. Your nose so dirty.
What you got there, girl?
What's it look like?
Beats hell out of me. Ain't a rifle, is it?
Ain't you got eyes? Yeah, you got eyes.
Let me see it a minute. Girl, what are you doing fooling around with an old piece of junk like this? You wouldn't like it if the damn thing exploded and blew your ears off. Now go give this back to your pappy and get yourself a couple of knitting needles. So long.
Hey, you, mister. You reckon it'd be safe to keep till this evening?
Makes no difference to me. I just don't want you hurting yourself, that's all.
I want to keep it long enough to win a shooting contest off a big swollen-headed stiff off the Wild West show.
You mean Frank Butler?
They didn't say his name.
But he's a champion.
What's that?
Why, he's the best.
He was.
Don't matter. Butler wouldn't shoot against a girl
He
anyway.
ain't got no choice. He challenged anybody. Besides, I don't shoot like a girl. I shoot like a man.
Pretty set on yourself, ain't you?
About that I am. But as soon as I try to shine up to folks, I'm gawky as a scrub oak. Ain't I?
I don't know. I've seen worse than you.
Honest? Say you want to wait around and bring me luck?
It sounds like that big swollen-headed stiff's gonna need the look.
However you like, just so you stay. Because when I'm out there with all those folks watching me, I'll be looking for you.
You'll find me.
Where are you going? What's the matter? Don't you like me?
I like you fine, girl. You're just not enough woman for me. I like the dainty kind. The kind that faints when she sees a mouse.
Meaning, I suppose, when I see the mouse faints.
I like 'em dimpled and rosy. The girl that I marry will have to be as soft and as pink as a nursery. The girl I call my own will wear satin and laces and smell of cologne. Her nails will be polished and in her hair she'll wear a gardenia, and I'll be there instead of flitting. I'll be sitting next to her and she'll purr like a kitten. A doll I can carry, the girl that I marry must be.
Oh, my mother was was frightened by a shotgun, they say. That's why I'm such a wonderful shot. I'd be out in the cactus and I'd practice all day. Now tell me, what have I got? I'm quick on the trigger with targets not much bigger than a pinpoint. I'm #1. But my score with the feller is lower than a cellar. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. When I'm with the pistol, I sparkle like a crystal. Yes, I shine like the morning sun. But I lose all luster when with the Bronco Buster. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. With a gun, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun. If I went to battle with someone's herd of cattle, you'd have steak when the job was done. But if I shot the herder, they'd holler bloody murder. And you can't shoot a male in the tail like a quail. No, you can't get a man with a gun. I'm cool, brave, and daring to see the lion glaring when I'm out with my Remington. But a look from a mister will raise a fever blister. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. The gals with umbrellas are always out with fellas in the rain or the blazing sun. But a man never trifles with gals who carry rifles. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. With a gun, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun. A man's love is mighty. He'll even buy a nightie for a gal who he thinks is fun. But they don't buy pajamas for pistol-packing mamas. And you can't get a hug from a mug with a slug. Or you can't get a man with a gun.
Bill's coming up. Who's coming? Buffalo Bill. He's bringing some of the show folks.
Here he is, folks, your old friend William F. Cody, loved by you all and known to you all as
Buffalo Bill!
My young friends, it always gives me great pleasure to return to my favorite state, Ohio, the Buckeye State. I'm here to referee a contest of fancy shooting between the best marksman your county can offer and Mr. Frank Butler, one of the greatest sharpshooters of our time. Is Mr. Butler's opponent here?
Is your contestant ready?
Yep. Annie, here she is, my choice to meet Frank Butler.
What's so fun about that?
What are you trying to do? Get us laughed out of town? We're not having a girl.
Wait a minute, you said anybody he could dig up.
Yeah, well...
I come up on the shovel.
Come on, BB, what are we gonna do about it?
Nothing. She accepted the challenge.
Are you really Buffalo Bill?
Why, yes, little lady.
I'm Annie Oakley.
I'm delighted, Miss Oakley.
You are?
Dolly!
Introducing Mr. Butler's charming assistant, Miss Dolly Tate.
Meet my charming assistants, Minnie and Lil Jake.
Hip. Hip. Hip.
Hip.
Ain't we got a
Hip.
tablecloth?
Hip.
What are we
Hip.
doing?
Here he is, folks, here he is.
Introducing Mr. Frank Butler. Howdy. Well, I told you I'd be here.
You didn't tell me you was a big swollen-headed stiff.
This way, Miss Oakley. Here, honey. I don't want any advantage. Try mine for luck. This way, Miss Oakley. This contest will be straight shooting using clay pigeons.
Clay what?
Birds made of clay. Now, when you're ready, say pull.
Say what?
Say pull.
Pull.
Hit.
Pull.
Hit.
Say, kids, I got a little thing up here.
Say pull.
I'll pull.
Hit. Let me have that mirror, Dolly.
Watch this one.
Pull!
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 Say, kid, this is wonderful. All you have to do is say pull and... Oh, wait a minute!
Score now stands 20 for Oakley, 20 for Butler.
Why don't we call this contest a draw?
Now, we'll continue alternate shooting until the first contestant misses a target.
Pull!
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 Miss! I could declare Miss Annie Oakley the winner of this contest.
She did it. I won $100.
Annie won, yay!
Nice work.
Magnificent shot. That was a brilliant exhibition.
It was nothing easy as pie. I'm sorry.
What you sorry about? You're just good, that's all.
You ain't mad at me, are you?
Of course I'm not. Anybody can miss a shot.
I can't.
No, you're too good.
Hey, Frank.
As far as I'm concerned, just luck, that's all.
Can we have our money now? We got a long walk home.
Sure, Annie. I'll go get it. All right, Annie, you did fine.
Thanks.
I won't do it! I've always worked alone. What makes you think she's so God Almighty great? Just because she got one up on him, she'll never do it again.
Listen, Pawnee Bill's beaten us to every single town.
It'll be a novelty, Frank. They haven't seen a girl who can shoot like that.
I don't want any partners.
All right, we'll make her be your assistant. Maybe once in a while she could take a pot shot at something.
She's kind of a pretty girl.
Yeah, well, she's all right. Cool, she looks lousy now. We'll dress her up, but nobody can look worse than my sister Dolly.
But you wouldn't be willing to join us just to hand me things.
Oh, yes, you would. I'm willing to hand you things, Mr. Bull. I'd do anything just so I could be near you. You kids start to head home.
Have you ever been away from home before?
Do I need to leave home?
Why, sure, we'll travel all over the country.
Have you ever been on a railroad train?
No.
Do you know anything about show business?
Show business? What's show business?
What show business? The cowboys, the wrestlers, the tumblers, the clowns, the roustabouts that move the show at dawn.
The music, the spotlights, the people, the towns, your baggage with the labels pasted on.
The sawdust and the horses and the smell. The towel you've taken from the last hotel.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
Everything about it is appealing.
Everything the traffic will allow.
Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing an extra bow.
There's no people like show people. There's you
Run out of dough.
Yesterday they told you you would not go far.
That night you open and there you are.
Next day on your dressing room they've hung a star.
Let's go on with the show.
The costumes, the scenery, the makeups, the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down.
The headaches, the heartaches, the backaches, the flops, the sheriff who escorts you out of town.
The opening when your heart beats like a drum. The closing when the customers won't come.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. You get word word before the show had started that your favorite uncle died at dawn.
Tell her that your ma and pa have parted. You're broken hearted, but you go on.
There's no people like show people if you run out of dough. Angels come from everywhere with lots of jack.
And when you lose it, there's no attack. Where could you get money that you don't get back?
Let's go on with the show.
There's no business like show business if you tell me it's so.
Traveling through the country is so thrilling. Standing out in front on opening nights.
Smiling as you watch the benches filling and see your billing out there in lights. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Even with a turkey that you know will fold, you may be stranded out in the cold. Still you wouldn't change it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show.
Permission to use this car?
Annie Oak.
I might have known it. Mrs. Little Horse, this is my car and this is my section, and I'll thank you not to do your laundry in it. Get away! Get away! Mrs. Blacktooth, you're ruining the upholstery. These are springs, not bracelets.
Bracelets.
This is what I mean, Mr. Davenport. Look what they've done to this car. Look at what they've done to the woodwork. Look at the curtains.
Take your laundry off the emergency cord. For God's sake, Stone, pull it!
They've done over $100 worth of damage.
Who told you you could pitch a village in here?
Who do you suppose? Who's caused nothing but trouble for the past 6 weeks? A certain little prairie chicken named Annie Oakley.
Anything wrong?
Who told them they... What are they doing in here?
Well, they was in their coach and they had a small fire.
Fire?
Well, who is going to pay for the damages, I'd like to know?
I'll pay for them, Annie.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, sure, you'll pay for this little snip. If it were me, you'd let me rot in jail.
I bet he would. You're kind of ornery to poor Miss Tate.
I don't need you to take up for me. And you, Charlie Davenport, when you made her Frank's assistant, you promised me a better part. What am I doing? Acting in the stagecoach lineup.
And twice a day she gets dragged around by the hair and an Indian scalps her.
You are doing everything you can to make me quit. Why do you hate me?
He does hate you. Why do you hate poor Miss Tate? Why does everybody hate poor Miss Tate?
Are you gonna get me a better part?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. First I had you selling the lemonade, and of course you drank it. I had to take the money and you stole it.
Couldn't poor Miss Tate be the old woman that gets trampled in the buffalo stampede?
What?
Or the one that gets tied to the wild bull? They'll give her a chance to scream and yell and get paid for it.
That's it. That's the finish. Either that woman goes or I stay.
Annie, what's the use?
Listen, I'm sorry about little Jake and Minnie unhitching the baggage car.
Oh, only if it wasn't on a hill.
Wants to see you right quick, Mr. Davenport. He's awful head up.
What's it all about?
Seems Pawnee Bill's opening a show in St. Paul, same day we open in Minneapolis.
Ain't that all right?
Minneapolis and St. Paul, they're just a spit away from each other. It's like playing in the same town. Oh, Annie, I cut this out of the newspaper. It says something nice about you.
About me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Did you do your homework?
I didn't have any time. I've been practicing that trick on the motor bicycle for Frank.
How can I learn you if you don't do no homework?
Jake, you gotta learn me, and you gotta learn it fast. What's he gonna think if he knew I couldn't read and write?
I can't write myself yet.
Never mind. I wish I was as smart as you. Say, can you make this out?
I can't read that read. I can only read my reading. Start here.
I know that word. It's the.
Go on.
The boy had a dog. The dog's name was, what's that word?
Sound it out.
Frank. Frank. That's a pretty word.
Go on.
The boy's name was Stephen. What the hell is that?
Joe.
Seems a lot for just Joe.
Well, reading's funny sometimes. Go on.
The dog was scratched.
God bless you. Did you catch cold?
No, I was just trying to learn little Jake here how to do his reading, but he's sure thick-headed, ain't you, Jake?
I sure am thick-headed, ain't I, Annie?
Why don't you go to the eating car and get your supper?
Annie reads good. Show him, Annie. Start here.
Get! I was just reading something about me in this paper. Do you want to read it?
No, you read it to me.
No, you read it. I want to hear the way it sounds when you speak it.
To Mr. Butler's assistant, whose name was not mentioned in the program, performed only one trick, but promises to become a fine marksman.
Real nice of that paper, man.
And if people begin to notice you. The other day I talked Charlie into putting your name up on the billboard.
The program, too?
Yep. And I told him I was going to let you shoot an egg off Poodle's head. Think you can do it?
Can I? I could do it without breaking the yoke.
Then you do it in Minneapolis.
Thanks, Frank, but I got this real fancy trick I've been waiting to surprise you with.
I'd like to see it sometime. What is it?
I ain't talking. It's a surprise.
That's fine. I want you to be ambitious. I want you to improve. But it'll take time.
I just want to be the pink and white woman, the kind you said you liked.
You're getting pinker and whiter every day.
That ain't pig wash, is it?
What do you say if someday I might even be willing to make you my partner? Butler and Oakley.
Oh, no.
Never thought I wanted a partner before, but now I just might.
Oakley and Butler.
Butler and Oakley.
What's the difference?
You got the same in alphabetical order.
Oh.
Annie, have you ever loved somebody?
Somebody to love me back?
Yeah.
Then I ain't, but I heard tell about it. Rumors fly and you can't tell where they start, especially when it concerns a person's heart. I've heard tales that would set my heart aglow. So they tell me, I can't recall who said it. I know I never read it. I only know they tell me that love is grand. And with the moon up above, it's wonderful, wonderful in every way. So they say.
Rumors fly and they often leave a doubt, but you've come to the right place to find out. Everything that you've heard is really so. I've been there once or twice and I should know. You'll find that falling in love is wonderful. It's wonderful, as they say. And with the moon up above, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, as they tell you. You leave your house some morning, and without any warning, you're stopping people shouting that love is grand. And to hold a man in your arms is wonderful, wonderful in every way, I should say. Looks like it's getting on to bedtime. I better mosey on back to my car.
Mind if I walk you home?
You better stay here. Sleep good.
Frank!
Wonderful, wonderful in every way,
I should say.
Annie! There's an emergency. We gotta do something quick.
You gotta help us, Annie.
Emergency? Oh, you want me to pull the cord?
Annie, please, please.
Listen, Pawnee Bill is opening up against us in Minneapolis.
He's trying to sign up the famous Sitting Bull warrior named Sitting Bull.
We need an opposition flash.
Now, a girl who can shoot and look somewhat like a lady's a novelty.
We want you to do that stunt on the motor bicycle you've been working on.
Oh, gosh, I can't. I've been saving that for Frank.
Gotta do it, Annie. This is the way you can dazzle him. You'll drive him crazy. When you walk out in that audience, and the lights, and the music.
He'll just bust out.
He sure will.
Are you sure he'll like it?
Oh, I'm sure he'll like it. He'll love it. But you can't say a word about nothing because he thinks on Monday you're gonna shoot an egg off a poodle's head. But you don't do that. Instead, you do that trick on the motor bicycle you've been saving just for him.
And then he'll marry me.
He sure will. And you'll save the show, Annie. Come on, BB. We gotta sell a lot of telegrams. Come on.
Did you say your prayers yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get up there.
Annie, you coming to bed?
Not yet in a while.
Annie, sing us a piece.
No, every time I sing you to sleep, I wake you up.
Please.
All right, but close your eyes. Behind the hill, there's a busy little still where your pappy's working in the moonlight. Your loving pa isn't quite within the law, so he's hiding there behind the hill. Bye-bye, baby, stop your yawning. Don't cry, baby. moonshine with a jug of moonshine. So count your sheep, Mama's singing you to sleep with a moonshine lullaby. Dream of happy, very happy, with his jug of mountain rye. So count your sheep, Mama's singing you to sleep with a moonshine lullaby.
Dream of happy, very happy, with his jug of mountain
rye. So count your sheep, Mama's singing you to sleep with a moonshine lullaby.
Annie, I forgot we ain't said our prayers yet.
Well, say your prayers and bless everybody in the show. Frank, Colonel Cody, might as well throw in one for Dolly. What the hell?
Night, Annie.
Night, kids. So count your sheep, Mama's singing you to sleep with a moonshine lullaby.
Now, it looks pretty good. Now, we're going to parade right down to the main street of St. Paul, right up to Pawnee Bill's box office. We're going to make a loud of noise. Then do your act. Then, we will return here to Minneapolis with all of Pawnee Bill's folks. Anybody gets left to St. Paul, you all get fined. Now, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now, folks, you just have time before the show starts to visit the Indian Village, a real authentic reproduction of their natural habitat. And the ticket booth is right over here, so hurry. How did it go?
All right. I think we got some of his business, but man, I wish he had my feet. How do you like it?
I don't like it.
What do you mean you don't like it? Isn't that what you wanted?
I told you to put her name up someplace, not make her a star. She's only doing a few extra tricks, isn't she? Well, isn't she?
Well, but I don't get you, Frank. You know, she's the girl you're stuck on.
Sure, I'm stuck on her. I want to stay stuck on her. She's my project. I'm gonna be the boss. Any man would feel the same way, Charlie.
I thought you'd be tickled. You're little Annie, bigger than life, and 50 like you going up all over town.
In this town, not the next. Either that paper goes back the way it was, or I quit. Tell him, Charlie.
You didn't like it?
No.
Think we ought to go through with it?
Gotta go through with it. If she doesn't draw enough business, we won't have enough dough to get out of town.
Well, how was the parade?
Oh, it was great, great. We marched right up to Pawnee Bill's box office and, oh, here they come back right now. Folks, step right up, step right up. Come up a little closer. There you go, there you go. We're about to give you a great demonstration of the big show inside. Presenting the 7th Cavalry Sharpshooter Precision and Musical Drill. And the a death-defying Indian rattlesnake dance, which you'll see later inside the tent. Also inside the tent, you'll be seeing Chief Wild Horse. Chief Wild Horse, ladies and gentlemen, challenges any man to a one-arm Indian wrestle. $50 in cash goes to the winner. Whoa, whoa, easy. Chief Wild Horse inside the tent. And now the Bronco Busters and Rope Twirlers.
Good work, Charlie. Good work.
Step up, close. Step right up. Buy your tickets right up here, right up here with Matt. Right up there, right up there. There you go, there you go, kids. Hide it like that. Just because we did it to him.
Low down hound dog, lion thieving imitator. Well, well, my old sidekick, Pawnee Bill. How you doing?
Why, you big bandit? How are you?
Thought you'd step into town and check us over, huh, Major?
Yes, indeed. Greetings. You all know Chief Sitting Bull?
Oh.
Sure, everybody knows Big Chief Sitting Bull, who defeated General Custer in the Battle of Little Bighorn, and who's just been to see the President in the White House, and who tonight will be the guest of honor in St. Paul, of none other than yours truly, Pawnee Bill.
So what can I do for you, old pal?
Do you folks extend the courtesy of the profession?
Absolutely. Mac, my boy, seat these men in my private box.
Oh, Chief Sitting Bull, so you want to sign up with Pawnee Bill?
Sitting Bull on way home from Washington.
What were you doing in Washington, Chief?
Sitting Bull go to see Great White Father about Indian Territory.
That's right. They did give you quite the shuffle about that land, didn't they?
Can't farm on it, can you?
Nothing will grow. Too much oil.
Gee whiz, too much oil? You can't eat oil.
Sell oil. Sell 50,000 barrels a day.
50,000? What can I lose? Well, Chief, what are you going to do with all that money? An Indian can only wear one blanket a day. You trap your own furs, make your own jewelry, and for $2 in cash, you cover yourself head to toe in feathers. What are you going to do with all that money?
Sitting Bull no put money in show business.
What?
Sitting Bull live by 3 rules. No red meat, no get feet wet, no put money in show business.
How the hell do we ever get the country away from them anyways?
Annie, you better start to get fixed. You're on right after the Rough Riders. The motorbicycle's all shined up and waiting for you.
Keep it hid so Frank doesn't see it.
You ain't got much time.
Have I been up there all that time?
Must have been. Just think, Annie, yesterday you were polishing Frank's guns, and today they got a picture of you outside the tent.
I'll go get Frank.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. All made up and soon you'll be appearing. Every bit of nervousness is gone, and the sound that's music to your hearing, to hear them cheering when you come on. There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low. How I wish the folks at home could only see what comes to Annie, how proud they'd be. Getting paid for doing what comes naturally. Let's go on with our show.
Annie, you look elegant.
Ain't I grown the past few days?
Yep, shut up like a ragweed.
Beats hell, don't it?
Well, I hope you don't get too used to it, because it ain't gonna be there next week.
Why ain't it?
Well, I gave you a few extra tricks, but that don't rate star billing. Even I don't get that. You don't mind, honey?
Course not. Though you'll be sure to watch me this afternoon.
I seen you do that poodle trick a dozen times.
But today is different. Today I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. But when you see me out there with all those folks watching me and those lights on me, you'll just.
What'll I do?
You'll almost bust. Then, like at the end of a fairy tale, you're gonna ask me to do something and be somebody, and I'm gonna do it and be it.
Well, I could ask you that right now.
No, not now. That ain't the way I planned it.
Fine, I'll meet you here after I come off.
Frank, will you touch me for luck? Jumping geraniums.
Are you coming to supper tonight, Frank? Just like you always do when you come to town.
I baked you a blackberry pie.
Sorry, girls, I got another date tonight.
Go on, tell him.
Frank, on behalf of the Minneapolis Gun Club, we would like to invite you to a smoke to be given in your honor tonight.
Girls and everything.
Afraid I can't make it, fellas. I'm getting married tonight.
What? Who drew a beat on you, Frank? She must be some shot.
She sure is.
Come on, we're not baking any blackberry pies for married men.
Is he coming?
Nah, he's getting married.
Married? Frank? Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the main surprise feature of our show. Today we add a shining new star to our western skies. For the first time in any arena, we will see the greatest feat of marksmanship, courage, and daring ever attempted anywhere in the world. We present with pride Miss Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley, are you ready?
Yes.
Then go!
Think of all them people yelling and screaming about Annie.
Where is she?
We're waiting on her.
Go hurry along. Go ahead. God, did you ever see an audience go crazy like that?
Did you see Chief Sitting Bull? He fell out of his seat twice.
I tell you, that girl's worth $1 million.
Frank, what are you doing here? You're on.
No, I'm not. You expect me to follow that 4th of July celebration on just one horse? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
Now you know why she has her picture plastered all over town. Fine girl.
Don't blame this on Annie. She wouldn't try to double-cross. She only wanted to surprise you.
She did, didn't she? Here I expect her to pop an egg off a dog's head, and she streaks out with the damnedest bunch of fireworks I've ever seen.
The little sneak, she's been playing you for a fool, Frank.
Shut up, Dolly. I'm the biggest sucker in the world. I was crazy over that girl. Damn near married her. I thought she was sweet. Simple, too. Ha! That's a hot one. Simple. In 2 weeks, I'd end up being her assistant, cooking for her, too, more than likely. So all you put your heads together, fine bunch of double crosses, the three of you.
Frank, there you are. There's an old Indian hot putting after me around the tent. He's yelling something. So, did you see me? Was you surprised?
Gotta hand it to you, it's a surprise of my life.
I knew you'd like it.
What Tanya Cecilia? What Tanya Cecilia?
There it is!
What Tanya Cecilia? What Tanya Cecilia?
What is he saying? Make him stop saying it!
Why, it's a great compliment, Annie. In the Sioux language, Watanya Cecilia means little short shot. Why, he just wants to be your friend. Annie, this is Chief Sitting Bull.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Bull.
Under.
I want you to meet my best friend, Mr. Frank Butler.
Are you in show too?
In the show, why, he's the star.
Star?
He's the best.
No, you best.
You like her, Chief?
Good girl, good girl.
See, he wants to be your friend.
Not my friend. I make her my daughter.
Why, that's a great honor, Annie. He wants to adopt you into the Sioux tribe tonight.
I have called Sioux tribe together. We have big Indian ceremony.
When, Chief?
Now.
Aw, come on, Chief. Give us some time to get some publicity. We'll do it tonight.
Now, sundown.
Like you said, now.
Where's Frank? Frank!
Natrawaku.
Natawaku.
Natrawaki.
Natrawaki.
Ohenya.
Ohenya.
Dakota.
Dakota.
Teeth of many bears.
Not Indian yet.
Now.
Like the Seminole, Navajo, Kickapoo, like those Indians, I'm an Indian too. A Sioux, a Sioux. Just like battle axe, hatchet face, eagle nose, like those Indians, I'm an Indian too. A Sioux, a Sioux. Some Indian summer's day without a sound. They hide away with big chief hole in the ground. And I'll have totem poles, tomahawks, small papoose, which will go to prove I'm an Indian too. A Sioux, a Sioux.
Do we always carry on like that when we take in new members? I'm beat.
Here's a letter for you, Annie.
A letter from me? Thanks. It's from Frank.
Frank, your best friend.
Say, Papa Bull, could you read Rotten?
Papa Bull read 4 books.
Can you make this out?
Dear Annie,
What's the matter?
Dear Annie, I'm leaving tonight to join Pawnee Bill's show. I'm going to do my old act with Dolly.
Why?
You put over greatest trick I ever saw. You're a smart girl, Annie. Too smart for me. Good luck to you, and goodbye.
What's he mean, too smart for? Are you sure you can read? Never mind. I'll keep it. Someday I'll be able to read it.
Never mind, Annie. You best shot in whole world.
Yeah. I'm quick on the trigger with targets not much bigger than a pinpoint of #1. But my score with the fella is lower than a cellar, or you can't get a man with a gun.
I open for 2.
I stay.
I stay.
I'm hungry. Say, seagulls good eating.
Very.
Say, Minnie, take that down to the kitchen. Tell him to make me a seagull sandwich. What are we doing on a cattle boat?
Now, just keeping the animals company.
It worked out fine. Got sent to Liverpool on the Royal train. Arrived at the docks. They played a big brass band. I got a bouquet of flowers in each hand, a horseshoe rose around my neck. Walked down to the gangplank into my stateroom, found him sharing it with 2 lady buffaloes. Well,
Annie, our European tour is an artistic success. 26 command performances.
They command, we perform, and nobody pays.
don't tell me the King of Belgium and the Kaiser of Germany couldn't come up with $1.50.
Kings don't handle money. Didn't you get a lot of loving cups?
Annie, let me give you it briefly. We had a choice of getting our feet very wet or being on this cattle boat.
Well, what happened to all the money?
Costs a heap of money to travel a group through Europe.
Well, what about Papa Bull's heap?
Government put Papa Bull on small allowance, $32.50 a week.
Because in the 8 months that he's been with us, he's drawn $100,000, and only to show for it, he has an opera hat and a shoebox filled with IOUs signed by us. Annie, I might as well come out with it. We're gonna break up the show. I can give you some vaudeville dates.
I go back to reservation. Very quiet on reservation after show business.
What'll happen to us?
Dime museums, medicine shows.
Hey, everybody, there's a boat coming at us, and Frank Butler's on it.
Frank Butler, are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Come here, Annie, look.
I will not. If he comes on this boat, I'm going right down to my stall.
What, Tanya Cecilia? Stay, talk.
Maybe I will. Sure, I'll talk to him. I'll say, what do you want here, big swollen-headed stiff git? I'll say, I won't get met by you. Get away from me. Take your hands off me. I hate you. Then he'll say, now, honey. And I'll say, don't honey me. You thought I tried to double-cross you. You thought I was trying to show you up. When you found out I only done the trick to make you love me, why didn't you love me? Why'd you leave? Why didn't you write? Say, because I was ashamed. Besides, not writing don't mean somebody to love somebody. I'll say, just the same, you could have read. And then I'll say, honey, I've been eating my heart out for you. Can't work, can't sleep. Of course, if he says that, I'm going to have to say, I ain't slept much neither. And then by rights, he just ought to say, Annie, we both need to get some sleep, and I love you so. And I won't be able to stop myself from saying, I love you too. And then he'll just say, Annie, and I'll say, oh, Frank! Oh, God, it's Frank! Oh, God! You ain't Frank.
Well, nobody said I was.
How dare you come on this boat, pretend, and get me to hug and all.
The man didn't do anything.
He did. He gave me an appetite I didn't want to get.
Who are you, son?
I'm working over at Madison Square Garden for the Pawnee Bill show.
Pawnee Bill playing at the Garden?
Sure, 3 weeks now.
How?
How?
No, how's business?
Oh. Packing them in, mostly society ladies.
Society ladies?
Sure, Frank Butler's catnip for them debutantes.
Them debutantes. Any particular pair he likes?
We can't keep track of them. Colonel, I have a letter here for you from Pawnee Bill. I'm to wait for an answer.
Jake, see this man below. I'll call you.
Let me read it. Dear Buffalo Bill, welcome home, you millionaires. We want to throw y'all a big reception at the hotel.
Brevoort.
I can read lately. Hotel Brevoort. The whole town's agog to meet you. Please tell my messenger that you'll come so we can start to ask the
Champagne.
Ask the champagne. Frank's bringing all his society friends. Your friend, Pawnee Bill.
Looks like your old pal beats you out again. Pawnee Bill's playing at Madison Square Garden, and they get a bankroll.
Pawnee Bill, possible sucker.
How do you figure that, Chief?
Pawnee Bill, bad but rich. Buffalo Bill, good but poor. Put together, make good and rich.
Chief, you're brilliant. We've got the prestige. They've got the money. We'll put our shows together. How about it, Annie?
Sounds great. If me and Frank would work together, we'd have to see each other every day.
Sure would, and maybe you guys could do a little merging.
You take care of Dolly.
You take care of Pawnee Bill.
And I'll take care of Frank. I'll wear my dress that's low cut in the front. I'll show him a thing or two.
BB, let's go.
You come too. Mr. and Mrs. Schuler Adams. Mrs. Percy Ferguson. Mrs. Ernest Henderson. And your hostess, Miss Dolly Tate.
Good evening, good evening. Oh, darling, good evening.
Miss Sylvia Potter Porter and Mr. Frank Butler.
Hello, doll.
Good evening, Miss Tate.
Honey, Sylvia and Frank are here.
Oh, I'm afraid you told me to call on Frankie a little too early. When I got to his hotel, he was shaving.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite all right.
She sat on the edge of the bathtub and watched me.
Oh, simply fascinating. Oh dear, those dangerous-looking Razor's menus. It's a wonder they don't all slit their throats.
When you came in, I damn near did.
Oh. I didn't realize I was so upsetting.
Look, Sylvia, do you remember that marble love seat by the potted palm you told me about?
Yes, darling.
Why don't you go sit on it and wait for me?
I'll just hold my breath till you get there.
You do that. You send me that faded Gibson girl and you to fetch me and you pick tonight when I'm half out of my mind worrying if Anna will even talk to me?
Shush, Frank, we owe her $8,600.
Last night you hitched me to that old swayback mare, Mrs. Wiggleworth. I pushed her 12 miles around that dance hall.
Quiet, we owe her $14,000.
What am I, one of those glass eggs you put under an old head to make her cackle?
Look, Frank, we may as well tell you. We're at the end of the line. We owe everybody.
But we're selling out at the Garden.
Yes, but there's a man in the box office with a badge and a big black bag.
And he scoops up every last cent that comes over that counter.
Then why are we throwing this party for Buffalo Bill?
We need Buffalo Bill.
They made a fortune on that tour.
I'm trying to promote a partnership.
A partnership? Put the two shows together? It's wonderful. Then she'd have to talk to me.
There's only one hitch, Frank. We gotta put a path. We don't have half of nothing.
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting. We just wanted to tell you we're all mad for your show. We've seen it every night since it opened.
Thank you, Mrs. Adams.
My little syndicate has even been considering buying Madison Square Garden just to keep you here.
Oh, that'll be wonderful! Think of all the money you'll save. You can see the show every night for free.
You mean we wouldn't have to pay to get in?
Nope, you'd only have to pay to get out. There's no business like show business.
Like no business I know.
Even with the show the critics hammer.
featuring a bosom or a leg.
And there's lots of glory and there's glamour to make a drama that laid an egg. There's no losses like show losses like no losses I know.
Even with a failure when the show is bad, you lose your money but you're not sad.
I love it,
Money's gone but think of all the fun you've had.
Oh, I love it! Connie, Frank's the best glass egg we've ever had. This is wonderful. Everything's working.
Colonel William F. Cody and Mr. Charles Davenport.
Charlie!
My old sidekick, what a reunion!
Dolly.
Bill, my old pal Bill.
Look at us all here in the same business. Annie, dying to be with Frank. Bill there, dying to be with Bill there. And Dolly and I, well, we're just dying.
A toast to the two best showmen in America, Pawnee Bill and Buffalo Bill. What a combination.
By God, you're right. Did you ever think what a great thing it would be if we was to combine our two shows?
Yes, Pawnee, let's just sneak into the gold room with a bottle of wine and we can
I
discuss
told you
all
I'd
the
pull it
details.
over, but how the hell did I do it?
Miss Annie Oakley and Chief Sitting Bull.
Now we take off coat.
Miss Oakley, enchanted.
You're a friend of Frank Butler's, ain't you?
Why, yes. How did you know?
Long white gloves. Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Charmed.
Charmed.
Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Charmed.
Delighted.
Oh, no, you have to be charmed or chanted.
Would you like some chicken salad?
Oh, I sure would. I don't know what's ailing us lately, but me and Papa Bull's always hungry.
Oh, what do you suppose it's from?
From not eating.
We didn't have nothing for breakfast but a seagull sandwich.
A seagull sandwich, isn't she witty? Oh, Miss Oakley,
Yes.
those medals. I read they're worth $100,000. What'd you get this big one for?
For shooting an apple off the Crown Prince's head.
Oh, and this not so big one?
For shooting the worm out the apple.
Would you like some more?
I'd love some if I've had some.
Miss Oakley,
What?
I hear you can make a gun talk.
Sure, every time I pull the trigger, she says bang.
Oh, Mousy, isn't she heaven? I can't wait till my Frankie meets her.
Frankie who?
Why, Frankie Butler.
Oh, Miss Oakley, you simply must shoot something for us.
If I brung my gun, I'd love to. I'd love to shoot all of ya. Ha 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 ha.
Let me take that.
No!
Put everything down and throw the guests of honor out.
Now, let's not be hasty, doll.
Anything wrong?
The merger is off. They haven't got as much money as we have got.
Papa Bull, you gotta do something.
Wait. Two shows must go together. Annie want Frank, Annie get Frank. Papa Bull dig up money.
How?
I know paleface with chest full of gold and jewels.
Who?
You.
But I can't give her my medals.
No sell medals, no money for merger. Nobody merge.
All right, you could have them, but just wait till Frank sees them.
Annie, do you relish giving up all your medals and a bankroll too?
Don't you fret, Charlie. I'm doing fine. Papa Bull, can you get my coat?
Sure.
It's gonna be all right, Annie.
Okay. I had what I got when I started. Checking up on what I have and what I haven't. What do I find? The things that I have keep me satisfied. Taking stock of what I have and what I haven't. What do I find? A healthy balance on the inside. Got no diamonds, got no pearls, still I think I'm a lucky girl. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Got no mansions, got no yachts, still I'm happy with what I got. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no checkbooks, got no banks, still I'd like to express my thanks. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Got no butler, got no maid, still I think I've been overpaid. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
What I got can't be bought or sold. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way.
Got no heirlooms for my kin, made no will, but when I cash in, leave the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
Sun in the morning and the moon at night.
And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm alright. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way.
Sunshine, morning sunshine, moonlight, evening moonlight. I got sunshine, got love.
Got the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
Sun in the morning and the moon at
And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm alright. Don't move or I'll fall.
I ain't moving ever again. What you got spilled on you?
Eau de cologne water.
Powerful, ain't it?
Better that than gunpowder. Look, clean white polish.
Holy bejeebus, Annie, how you look.
Beats hell, don't it?
What happened to you, Annie? You're like one of them vampires.
Do I dazzle you?
Yeah,
Am I driving you crazy?
plum. I loves you, Annie.
I love you back.
I didn't like living without you.
Keep talking.
You're everybody in the world.
Keep talking.
Annie, I'm gonna marry you. See these medals? They're all for you.
Oh, gosh, Frank, I can't take your medals.
Here, put them on. A little jewelry go good with that rig.
Now, let's see. Where shall we pin them on? Put one right here, Frank.
Where?
Between Italy and Switzerland.
How come you got a vacant lot there?
I didn't wear them all.
There ain't enough room for these. Mine haven't got any stones.
Gosh, Frank, I have enough stones. Give them here.
These are too plain. They just got writing on the back. To Frank Butler, champion sharpshooter of the world.
What world? The old one or the new one?
The whole world.
I got all this that says you ain't.
They don't prove anything. Remember that time in Cincinnati? That was just beginner's luck.
What?
Yeah, just a fluke of some sort. Couldn't happen again in a million years.
No, well, it's gonna happen tomorrow, Charlie. Find us a place where we could have ourselves a match.
Oh, you want to shoot it out?
You better want to shoot it out.
Who?
Me and Potshot here.
Oh, a love match.
Hell no, there ain't no love in a shooting woman. What a wife she'd make. Buckshot and cream for breakfast, clay pigeons for lunch, cutting butts and cabbage for supper.
You'd have to have teeth to eat all that. When I'm done with it, you ain't gonna have any.
Now, children, this is not the right spirit to be working together.
You can forget that notion. We ain't working together. We ain't doing nothing together.
Not ever. Charlie found us a place on Governor's Island. You're all invited to watch me give it to him tomorrow on Governor's Island.
Or maybe we can watch him give it to you.
That's a pleasure you ain't gonna get, Miss Tate.
Well, we'll just see about that.
That dress sure fooled me. For a minute, I was beginning to think you were a lady. The girl that I marry will have to be as soft and as pink as a nursery. The girl I call my own will wear satin and laces and smell of cologne. Her neck polished and in her hair she'll wear a gardenia and I'll wear. The girl that I marry must be.
Hi! Are those Annie's guns that she's going to use in the match this afternoon?
What if they be?
Oh, nothing, just interested. Is she going to use them all?
What if she is? What if she ain't?
Well, it's a beautiful sunny morning. You shouldn't be down in a dark hole like this. It ain't healthy.
We're from Dark County. We like it down here.
Well, don't you want to see the man dock the ferry?
We seen him.
Well, don't you want to see Governor's Island?
We seen it.
Well, do you have to do that now? Why don't you go up on deck?
Why don't you?
I seen it. Oh, there's rats down here.
Sure, we've been playing with them. And that's done.
I'll take that. You're too flat-chested.
Well, I'll take them. I'm not.
No. Girls can't keep keys. I got a pocket.
I'll race you to the ice cream stand.
Wait a minute, little Jake. I'd like to treat you to some ice cream. Now, let me see here. How much money do I have? There you go. There you go. Take some, little Jake. Oh, you can take more than that.
Well,
go ahead, treat your sister, too.
Maybe I can.
There you go, little Jake. There you go. Good boy.
Gee, Miss Tate, you're real nice. I don't know why everybody hates you.
Dolly! What you do? The hell are you up to?
Why you open Annie's case?
Why?
What are you gonna do with Annie's stuff?
Why
Will you stop saying why I?
Well, I just came down for a breath of fresh air, and I think I got it, so I'll just be off and,
What were you gonna do with Annie's guns?
tell, or I squeeze your neck till your eyes fall on floor like